There are things in life that lose their essence the moment they are spoken, just as a delicate flower withers when plucked. Some things, when shared with others, become seeds of suffering, while others, when guarded with wisdom, become sources of great inner strength. A traveler once asked a Zen master, "What should I keep to myself, and what should I share with the world?" The master smiled and pointed to the vast ocean. "The ocean does not the sky how deep it is, nor does the wind whisper where will blow next. Some things gain their power in silence." The traveler was puzzled. "But is it not wise to share wisdom and experiences?" The master nodded. "Wisdom, when shared, multiplies. But some things, when revealed, invite trouble, suffering, or loss of peace. Would you pour your pure water into a muddy pond and expect it to remain clear?" Buddhism teaches that words are like arrows. Once released, they cannot be taken back. The Buddha himself once said, "Better than 1,000 hollow words is one word that brings peace." Some aspects of our life should be protected, like a flame sheltered from the wind. Now, let us journey through the wisdom of what should never be shared, for in sure silence, great power is held. 1. Your deepest plans and goals. A young monk once asked the master, "Why should we not share our future plans with everyone? If they are good, should they not be spoken into existence?" The master took a candle and blew it out. A flame burns strongest when sheltered. The moment you expose it to the wind, it wavers and can be extinguished. The monk frowned. "But isn't sharing our goals a way to attract support and encouragement?" The master nodded. "Yes, but not always. When you share your plans, you invite opinions, doubts, and even jealousy. Some will try to dissuade you not out of wisdom, but out of their own fears. Others may take your idea and pursue it before you. When your energy is spent explaining, it is not spent building." The monk sat in silence, contemplating this truth. Zen wisdom teaches that our ambitions are sacred. Speaking too soon of what is not yet fully formed can weaken our determination. Like a seed buried deep in the soil, it must first take root before it breaks through the earth. 2. Your acts of kindness and charity. A wealthy merchant once came to the monastery, his face full of pride. "I have donated great wealth to the poor. Surely this earns me merit." The master picked up a handful of sand and let it slip through his fingers, so that if you give with expectation of recognition, you have already been paid by your own pride. True giving is like the river. It nourishes all, yet never announces itself. "But should kindness not be an example for others?" the merchant argued. The master nodded. "Yes, but only when done with sincerity, not for self-glorification. A tree does not need to declare that it gives shade. It simply does." In Buddhism, it is said that the left hand should not know what the right hand is giving. A true act of kindness loses its purity the moment it is announced. When we seek approval for our good deeds, we corrupt them with ego. 3. Your hardships and personal struggles. A young warrior once came to the master, his eyes filled with sorrow. I tell others of my pain, yet I find no relief. They listen, but nothing changes. The master poured tea into a cracked cup until it overflowed. When you keep seeking to pour your burdens into others, you only spill your energy. Not all can hold your pain, and some may even use it against you, the warrior side. But if I do not share, will I not suffer alone? The master smiled. There is a difference between sharing for healing and sharing for validation. A wound exposed to many hands takes longer to heal. True healing comes from within, not from external pity. Buddhist teachings remind us that suffering is part of life. Speaking of our hardships endlessly does not lessen them. It often strengthens their hold over us. Not all who listen will understand, and some may even find joy in your misfortune. True healing begins in silent self-reflection. 4. Your family and relationship issues. A couple once sought the master's advice, quarreling before him. Our families tell us what to do. Our friends give their opinions, and yet we find no peace. The master picked up 2 stones and struck them together. Too many voices create noise, not harmony. A relationship is like a flame. It needs protection from too many winds. But is it not good to seek advice? The couple asked. The master nodded. From the right source, yes. But many speak not to help, but to judge. A relationship is a private garden. If you allow too many to trample it, nothing will grow in Buddhist thought. Love and relationships are deeply personal. Sharing intimate struggles with the wrong people can bring unnecessary conflict, gossip, and judgment. Some matters should only be discussed with those truly invested in your peace. 5. Your income. And one disciple once asked, why should we not speak openly of our wealth? Is it not a sign of success? The master chuckled. Would you carry a bag of gold through a crowd and announce its weight? The disciple shook his head. Of course not. It would attract thieves. Indeed, the master replied. And yet, when you speak of your wealth, you invite greed, envy, and false friendships. True wealth is like a deep well. It provides, but does not boast. Buddhism teaches that attachment to material wealth brings suffering. Speaking of it too freely invites jealousy, exploitation, and even ill intentions from others. Silence protects both the heart and the treasure. The essence of wisdom lies not only in what we learn, but in how we apply it. The 5 things we should never share: our plans, our kindness, our struggles, our relationships, and our wealth are not rules meant to restrict us, but guidance meant to empower us. In the modern world, where voices are constantly clamoring for attention, it is easy to believe that everything must be spoken, posted, or shared. But silence has always been the refuge of the wise. Let us reflect deeply on each of these teachings and their significance in our lives. 1. The strength of hidden plans. A river does not announce its course before reaching the ocean. Why does silence strengthen our plans? Because every great achievement begins as a fragile seed. When we announce our goals prematurely, we expose them to doubt, envy, and even our own inner resistance. The moment we start explaining, we lose energy that should have been spent in silent action. Have you ever noticed how motivation weakens when we talk too much about what we will do? Speaking tricks in mind into believing we've already achieved something. True Zen wisdom is to act first, speak later. Let the results announce themselves. Instead of telling others what you plan to do, work on it in silence. Protect your dreams from the winds, doubts of doubt and distraction. Trust that the right people will notice when the time is right. 2. The purity of silent giving. The moon does not boast of its light, yet it guides the traveler in darkness. Why should kindness be kept secret? Because the moment we seek recognition for our good deeds, we transform them from selfless acts into transactions. The ego seeks credit, but the spirit finds fulfillment in silent generosity many times. People share their acts of charity to receive praise, but does this not diminish the sincerity of their giving? The greatest kindness is that which expects nothing in return. When we give freely, we invite true abundance into our lives. Give without expecting applause. Let kindness be an expression of your inner peace, not a performance for others. Trust that the universe always returns what is given with sincerity. 3. The healing of private pain. A wound heals faster when covered, not when exposed to many hands. Why should we be careful about sharing our struggles? Because not all who listen wish to help. Some may judge, some may gossip, some may secretly take pleasure in our suffering. This does not mean we should bear our burdens alone. Rather, we should choose wisely whom we trust. A deep wound needs the care of a healer, not the exposure to every passing stranger. Inner healing is a sacred process, one that requires solitude and self-reflection. Before sharing your pain, ask yourself, will this help my healing or prolong my suffering? Seek comfort in meditation, journaling, or the counsel of a trusted guide. Remember that true strength comes from within, not from validation. 4. The protection of love and relationships. A flame burns brightest when shielded from the wind. Why should relationships be kept private? Because love is not meant for public display, but for deep connection. The more we expose our personal relationships to external opinions, the more fragile they become. Consider how unnecessary conflicts arise when we allow too many people to interfere in our relationships. Friends and family may mean well, but their words often reflect their own fears and vices, not what is truly best for us. Keep your relationships sacred, discussing problems only with those who truly matter. Nurture love in quiet moments, not in public declarations. Understand that happiness in relationships comes from within, not from external validation. 5. The wisdom of financial discretion. A tree does not count its leaves aloud, yet it provides shade to many. Why should we not speak openly about our wealth? Because money attracts more than admiration. It also attracts jealousy, manipulation, and even greed. Consider those who speak too much about their financial success. Do they not find themselves surrounded by people who seek favors, loans, or opportunities to take advantage? True security in wealth comes not from boasting, but from wise management and silent generosity. Do not reveal your financial status unnecessarily. Let your actions reflect your abundance. Share your wealth through silent generosity, not through words of self-importance. True prosperity lies in financial wisdom, not in public recognition. The path to inner strength, Buddhism teaches us that silence is not emptiness, but fullness. It is the space where wisdom grows, where energy is preserved, and where true power is cultivated. Imagine walking through a garden in the early morning. The flowers bloom, the trees stand tall, and the wind carries a gentle fragrance. None of them announce their existence, yet their presence is deeply felt. This is the essence of Zen wisdom: strength in silence, depth in stillness. To live wisely is to know what to share and what to guard. Not all things need to be spoken. Not all struggles need an audience, and not all success needs recognition. When we learn to move in silence, we walk with power that cannot be shaken. May you find peace in the silence, wisdom in the unspoken, and strength in the sacred stillness of your life. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Just click the subscribe button below and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss an update. Also, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you'd like to see next. See you in the next video.